let's just hear, can you boil down what you were saying to a word or a phrase of what happiness is? What do you have? Freedom, compassion, connection, joy, people, friends, enchantment. That's Gary's favorite. Yes. Security. Okay. Now, and we'll come back to these. Some of you are probably thinking, why are we talking about happiness? We should be talking about saving the planet. We should be talking about social justice. We should be talking about those things. But what we think in this country is that if we're rich, we'll be happy. Even though those of us in here would reject that. In fact, 80% of people in this culture think that if they work hard enough, they will be rich, and therefore they will be happy. When you're a culture that has been very individualistic, the lone cowboy mentality, right? Then if that's what you believe life is like, you're on your own, nobody's going to be out there to help you, then you seek for your security in money. You haven't learned to seek for it in other people. People who have a culture that says we are all in this together, then they are much less likely to think that money is going to bring them their security. So again, our culture has always been that lone cowboy culture. So it's kind of our tragic flaw in a sense. It helped give us energy, but it's what's helping do us in.
I beg to differ. I think that you're going to be forced to live simplicity.
Well, let me come back to that, because we are all going to have to reduce our use of resources. I agree. But simplicity really has this chosen part. Just living with little money is not living simply. The poor people, that's not voluntary simplicity. They are suffering lives of deprivation. They need more money so they can live simply. People will say to me sometimes, this just sounds like a bunch of middle-class whiners. And I'll say, yes, indeed, this is a middle-class movement. This is what it is. It's not poor people who are going to say, oh, I'm choosing to live simply. It's only the people who are already middle class and have enough money. But what I want, and again, trying to create a difference in the wealth gap, is so everybody in this culture can choose to live simply. And it's getting harder and harder for any of us to choose to live simply because of the costs and the fear of unemployment. So we are all going to be forced to live on less. But what I think of simplicity as less is more. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to try again, talk again, and maybe, groups of 3 if you can. Why is it, and this is very crucial, why do Americans believe that if they're rich, they'll be happy? Because we've got to come to the bottom of that to figure out how to get out of this. So talk among yourselves for a few minutes, and then we'll come up with these.